All right. Okay. Now, let me please show you what we'll be covering today. Now, today we will look at, first we're going to look at is what I call the definition list. We'll look at the pre-tag. We'll look at the span tag. We'll look at the div tag. Then we'll see table tags. And we'll look at link tag. Now, if time permits us today, we are going to be looking at the form tag too. If time permits, we'll look at the form tag as well. Okay. Then by tomorrow, we jump into HTML5 by tomorrow. So now why I'm doing all these things is because I want you to be able to combine everything you're doing by the end of this tutorial to be able to build a website. All right. We're going to combine every knowledge that we'll be learning with every knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We combine these knowledges together and build a responsive and professional and good-looking website. So if you are having any challenge, please make use of the chat box. Make use of the chat box and ask your questions so that we can help you and put you through. Also, the recordings will be available today. I wasn't able to upload it yesterday because of the match that annoyed my spirit yesterday. So I just fell asleep after shouting yesterday evening. So I'm going to do that today anyway. So after the training today, I will upload it on the YouTube channel and send us a link to download it and rewatch again on our own anytime we want. So very quickly, let's continue from where we stopped yesterday. Let me open this on the browser. This stuff. Okay, let's see. Sorry, coming. Okay. This is where we were. All right. So this is our page where we stopped yesterday. Okay. Now, what we're going to be starting off with now is what I call the definition list. So I'm going to comment again. I believe you have not forgotten how to create comments. Definition list. Now, this looks similar to ordered and unordered lists, but a little bit different. The syntax are a little bit different. So how do you create a definition list? Now, first of all, you have three tags that we use here. We have what we call the definition list, definition term, and definition data. These are three terms that we use to create a definition list. So the first one that goes is definition list, DT, opening and closing. All right. You press your enter key a bit. Then we have the next one, definition term, DT. Okay, DT. This one should be DL, definition list, DL, definition term. Now, after definition term, we have what we call definition data, DD. Definition data, DD. Now, how does this work? Now, let's say, for example, you want to talk about maybe about foods, for example, or types of food. You can use a definition list to create it. Now, you come to your definition data or definition term and write the title or the topic of what you want to talk about. Let's go with types of food. Yeah. Now, the first one I can write rice, like as we did yesterday. Or let's see types of games. Let's not use food again. Types of games or sports, whichever one. Let's say football. Okay. You can copy this and paste it. Football. You can say handball. All right. Let's just do the last one. Here you can say maybe cycling, something like that. Okay. Now let's save this. Go to our browser, refresh the page, scroll down. Okay. The mistake here. Small typo here. Okay. All right. So as you can see what we have. This is what we have. Now this is our definition 10 types of games. This is our definition data. Now if you check this, if you relate this with other ones we did yesterday, now you can see the way our unordered list appears. This is the way our ordered list appears, but the definition term does not appear like that. Understand? Now, if you check between the definition term and data from the padding here, there's always a space created from this corner here, right, towards the right. So everything here is based on personal preference. Now, if you want to make use of, if you want to create a list and you feel like you want to use an ordered list for your list, your list items, good and fine. You want to use ordered list, good and fine. You feel like using the definition list, good and fine. So it's all based on personal preference. Anyone you want to use to create your list, you can use it. You can go ahead with it. So this is how you can create a definition list. Okay. Now another thing I want to show you is how you can create what we call nested list. Nested list. Now nested list actually is not a new type of list in HTML. It's just a term for putting more lists into an already existing list. That's what nested list means. To nest something into another thing. That's what it means. Nested list. Now how do you do it? Now let me show you something. I'm going to use my ordered list. I'm going to create a nested list inside my unordered list. Open and close unordered list. Let's come down. Let's come down. Now inside here, don't forget that your list item, your unordered list and ordered list items always take this LI. The LI are the list items. The members of the unordered list and ordered list are the LI. Okay? The LI represent the number of items inside this list. So now, instead of this LI, please, let's pay attention. Instead of this LI, I'm going to drag this down a bit. Okay, I will introduce another unordered list inside, just like this. Okay, now this LI here, can have a term. I can write anything inside this LI here. Maybe something like maybe types of cars, for example. Okay, now under here I can write LI again. Okay,
I can't hear you.
Bros, we can't hear you also.
sorry. I was muted. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry about that. I didn't actually know I was muted there. Okay, so this is what we call nested list. As you can see, this is the first topic, types of cars. Then underneath it, we have different types of cars written on it. Toyota, Honda, Mercedes. If you compare it with this one here, it's quite different from this. As you can see, we have, this one looks more like the definition list with the title coming and more of a space created between the title and the list items. So nesting is just introducing more, putting more list items into an already existing list item. So that is called nested list. Now you can nest as many as you want. You can even nest as deeper as you want. Like here now, let's say for example, I want to talk about types of Mercedes cars. I can even nest inside here again. Okay, I can come here, drill this down a bit, even put another on other list again here. Okay, another LI here. I can say, okay, Mercedes Benz, that one they call 190. I can say 190E. So you can drill as much as you want, but don't drill too much so that you don't make mistake. We have 200E. Okay, I can take a last one here, which is the thing we have C class. You have the one they call C class. Good. So let's save this and refresh our page and see how it will look like. Have you seen it? Can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
So now, yeah, now this is Mercedes. Now, if you're looking at this, you know that men looking at it, we know that these are part of what? Mercedes, isn't it? So this is nesting.
Yeah.
You can nest as much as you like. Even if you want to talk about maybe different versions of C class that you know, you can still nest it. You can keep nesting and nesting until you are tired of doing it. So this is how you can nest list in HTML. Okay, now moving on to the next topic on the list. The next thing we want to see now is what we call pre-tag. Pre-tag. Now, if you were around yesterday when we did our what's it called, our paragraph tag. Now, I told us that paragraph tag is what we call a block level element. And why I say so is because whenever you declare a paragraph, it always appears on a new line. Whether you place it on the same line in your HTML document or not, the browser will always bring it on a new line. So that is what we call paragraph tag. Let me show you one more time. Let's call this hello. Now let me put another paragraph here. Call this one hello 2. Let me just quickly show you again. If I refresh this page now, you will see that both hello and hello 2 appear on different lines, isn't it? So that's why it's a paragraph tag. But
Yeah.
But if you notice, there's a space, a huge space created in between the two. There's a huge space, a huge space between the hello and the hello 2. Now, if you don't want the browser, all right, if you don't want the browser to render your page this way, to render your content this way, you can use a pre-tag. Like some people that write poems, people that do poems, they always want their poems to appear on different lines. Like that popular poem, they say Jack and Jay went up the hill. Okay, let's say for example, this is a poem now, and you want to create a poem, maybe first line, second line, and third line. Okay, let's see, let's call this hello 3, let's call this hello 4. Now let's just assume that this is a poem that you want to create. Now you have written the first line of your poem, second line of your poem, third and fourth line, and you go to your browser and refresh. Look at the number of space. Now if you present this to somebody as lines of a poem, this looks unprofessional. The person will not see this as a poem at all. Do you understand? So the spaces are too much in between. Okay, now how do you do it? How do you combat this? How do you resolve this issue? It is by using what we call pre-tag. Now let me show you something. Look at this. Pre-tag. Let's bring back this hello here. Let's bring this hello here. Another pre-tag. Hello 2. another pre-tag. Let's call this hello 3. Another pre-tag and hello 4. Okay, let's save this and refresh our page and see. Okay, oh sorry, I made a small mistake here. What you just need is one pre-tag. I'm so sorry about that. What you need here is one pre-tag, only one opening and closing pre-tag. Then place your text the way you want it. Yeah, place your text the way you want it. Sorry about this. Let's cut this one out. Let's just put it here. Close. Okay. All right. Okay. Then let's do the same thing with our paragraph tag. This will make it more clearer for us to understand the difference between these two. Very good. Let's bring this one down. Good. Remove this guy here. Awesome. Now let's watch and see. Now you will notice that this paragraph tag, every content in the paragraph tag is going to appear in one line. The hello 2, hello 3, and hello 4, all of them will appear in one line. Okay, but the pre-tags now, the hello to hello 4 will appear on different lines, the way we have structured them to be. Let's find out. Okay, look at it now. Have you seen it? Now, the ones that falls inside the paragraph tag, what happened? They all appeared in the same line. Have you seen it? Now, mindless of the fact that we have already put them on different lines. Okay, but the browser still places them on the same line because it's just one paragraph. It's just one opening and one closing paragraph. Is this clear enough? One opening and one closing paragraph. So the browser places every one of them on the same line. But look at the pre-tag. On the pre-tag, each of these hello to hello 4 we placed here all appeared in a separate line. Now, how does this work? The way pre-tag work is this. When you can use pre-tag in anywhere. All you're telling the browser is that the browser should render your page the way you have designed it. That it shouldn't add any formatting or anything to it. Let my content appear the way I've written them. That is what pre-tag stands for. Okay, now let's jump into the next. Let's jump to the next tag, and that will be the div tag. Okay, the span tag. Let's talk about span now. Span. Now, span is an inline element. We call it inline. An inline element or inline tag. Okay. Now, what inline means is that it does not appear on a different line. The content of a span tag does not appear on a different line. Even if you have 10 span tags, their content will always be on one line, except if your browser exhausts the previous line, then it moves the next content to the next line. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, this is span. Let's put content here. Let's write content 1. Do another span here. Another span. Let's call this content 2. Okay. Another span. Sorry. We can call this content 3. Now watch and see what will happen. If I refresh my page, they all appear on the same line. Content 1, 2, and 3 on the same line. Now, even if I decide to place them on different line, they will still all appear on the same line. No changes at all. So this I will call it inline element. They appear in the same line. They are not block level like paragraph. If this was a paragraph tag, you agree with me that every of these contents will be on different lines. Even if I stack them together on one line here, they will still fall under separate lines. So this is the difference between an inline element and a block level element. Now, how do you use span? How do you use span? This is the way span works. I'm going to bring a p tag here, or let's do heading tag. Let's say H1 here. Okay. Let's write something like maybe mobile phones here on the heading. Okay. Now, paragraph. Maybe types of mobile phones, for example. Then let's quickly apply our unordered list here. LI. So let's say Techno. All right, LI. Yeah, let's say which other phone again? Itel. And let's take one last one. Sorry, maybe HTC, for example. Okay, now if I come to this place, I can apply, you can apply span anywhere. You can put span in any element you want. You can apply span there. I can come here and I'll write span. Okay. Okay, I can put span here, opening and closing. Okay, now let's say, for example, I want to style this Techno. I want Techno to be red color. With span, I can achieve it. I can write something like color here. I'll say red. Now, let's say I want the font size of Techno, font weight to be bold, and I want the font size of Techno to maybe 40 pixels. I can do that. Now let's save and refresh our page and see what will happen. Scroll down. What happened? That did not get applied. Okay, let's see. Okay, style, cause color, red, font dash, weight, bold, font dash, style 40 pixels. It's supposed to work. Is it not saved? It's supposed to work. It's supposed to work. Supposed to work. Supposed to work. Okay. All right. Let me see. Let's copy this out first. Let's bring this to this place. Okay. Okay. Sorry. All right. Let's see if it works here. Okay. Copy this. Put it here. All right. Let's see. Refresh. What is happening to my span style? Was color like it's supposed to work. It's supposed to work. Is it that I need to? Okay, I think there's a slight mistake here. Sorry, I'm so sorry about this. There's a slight mistake here. All right, let's correct it now. Now this span is supposed to open and close with this test here. All right, it's supposed to open and close with this test. Yeah. We're supposed to surround these types of mobile phones with the span tag. Okay, then you can now do this now. Let's apply color first. No work now. Come on. Yeah, have you seen it? Okay, so you surround the text with the span tag, and anything you want to do to that text, you can do to it. You can even change the weight now, like we wanted to do earlier, maybe to bold or even bolder. Okay, you can change the color or the size, the font size to maybe 40 pixels. You can do all of that, even more. Yeah, refresh. Okay, so this is one thing span can do for us. With span, we can affect any section of our document, apply anything whatsoever we want without any struggle or any issue at all. Okay, so span is an inline element. You can apply, what it means is that you can use it to format existing text on your page. Okay, that's what span stands for anyway. Now let's jump to the next one. The next one is div tag. Div tag. Now the div tag is opposite of the span tag. The div tag is a block level element, and what we use it for basically is for layouting. Okay, now before now, people lay out their websites or their pages using tables. using tables, and it's not very, very professional. It's not okay to lay out your page using a table, because tables collapse. All right, tables, browsers don't render tables very well. Tables are hardly responsive. This is why you see some websites, when you go to some websites, if you are doing them on a smartphone or on a mobile device with a smaller screen, this website tends not to be responsive. But since div came, we started creating more of a responsive website. Every browser has integrated the architecture that you can use to make your website responsive whenever you're coding with the div tag. So nobody now code websites and lay out websites using a table. It is not, is unprofessional and is not recommended. You run into a lot of problems if you are using tables to lay out your website. So instead of using tables, it is important and advisable, more professional and more semantic, that you lay out your website with the div tag. So what we use div to do basically is for layouting, for creating different sections of our website. Like for example, the header, the sidebar, the footer, the main content of the website, even the footer. All of these things can be created with the div tag. That's what we use it for. Now let's quickly learn how we can use the div tag. Opening and closing. Okay. Now, let's say for example, I want to create. Let's say for example, I want to create a horizontal bar on our website. Okay. Now I can come here. Please, let's pay attention. I can add a width for this div. Let's say width of maybe 500 pixels. Okay, and height. A height of maybe 200 pixels. 200 pixels. Okay, and let's say background color of maybe green. Okay, now if I save this and refresh our page, look at what we have. Now we have a nice rectangle on our page, which is looking at us here. This is what we call div. Okay, you can stretch it. If you want to stretch to the end of the website, you can remove the height, the width. If I remove width here, and this will stretch to the end of the page. Hope you can see this. Now, some of the backgrounds you find on people's websites, you can apply it with the div tag. Now, let's say, for example, I want to put anything inside the div. Now, I can come here and maybe do heading 1. I can say, welcome to my website, for example. Okay, the weather is disturbing us here. Because the weather is the reason why the connection is breaking. Looks like rain wants to fall in this our area here. So welcome to my website. Look at this now. Let's refresh. Refresh our page. Have you seen it? Now this looking more like a website now. You have a background color. You have a background layer and a color apply to it. You can bring this to the center if you want. I know I'm coding CSS here now, but we'll understand how this works later on in the CSS tutorial. You can do test align, bring this test to the center. Test align, center. You refresh. This one comes to the center. Okay. Now let's do more fonting now with div. Can reduce this height to maybe 100 pixels. Now I can do another div again here. Can click on another div here. Probably copy the same style property from here and put it here as well. Okay, put it here. And now I can float. Let's float this one now to the left. Okay, before floating, let's see what happens. Let's see what we have. Okay, let's give this guy white or black. Let's give it black. Okay, now look at. Now we now have two div now. This is green, this is black. Okay, now one thing you can do here is you can give this one a width of maybe 400 pixels. 400 pixels width. You can see it's small. Now you can float it to the right of your page. It stays on the right. Okay, you can create another one. I'm just showing you how you can lay out a simple website with a div. So div is very, very important. Every website you see, all the layouts and all the arrangement is done using divs. So that's what we use divs to do basically. Let's flow this one to the left. Okay, you can see. Now, so this is one way people lay out their websites. Now, this might be our header, this section here. This might be our left sidebar. This might be the right sidebar. Okay. Now, if I create another div here to house the rest of the div tag I have here, and I decide to maybe give this one a height of maybe 800 pixels, we have more room. Here you see a height of 800 pixels. Now we can actually scroll down. I can even add extra one here at the bottom here. All right, at the bottom here. Let's see how this one will look like. We are not floating this one. Remove the float. Let's see how this will look like. Okay, what is happening? That is not applying. Okay, let's see. Div style width. Okay, let's make this. Okay. Okay, this one covered everything. Okay. Okay. All right, so this is the way you can use div. Now, later on in the tutorial, after we start creating our website, I'm going to show you how you can actually use the div and create a responsive website. Like our website that you see, the case solution website is created using every part of that website is created with divs. So we use divs throughout in our creation. From the heading, from this level now, we use div here. Even from the slider, div, every section of the website, we all use div throughout in laying out the website. So that's one of the projects we're going to be doing towards the end of this tutorial, how to create a responsive website, applying everything we have learned from heading down to forms and everything that we learned in the tutorial here. We're going to apply everything and create ourselves a nice looking website from scratch. So we have seen div. Div is basically for layouting. Now the next we are going to see here is the table tag. I will introduce us to table tag, then we click on the next link once our time elapses, and we'll finish up with table, link, and form. So how do you create a table? How do you create a table? It's very simple. To create a table, all you need to do is to open the table tag and close it. Table starts with opening and closing, just like other tags. So you bring this down a bit. Now, table takes three things. Please, let's pay attention. Table takes three things. Number one, it takes what we call table head. It takes table row, all right, and table data. These are three things that you need to create a table. Three tags that goes inside the table. The table head defines the heading of the table. While the table row, the table row defines the row of the table, and the table data defines the content that you put inside the row. The content you put inside the row. So let's do that very quickly. Now, table row, okay, no, table head first. Table head, 1, copy, 2, 3. Now, let's say you want to prepare a small score sheet for probably a class in a school. We can say names here. We can say math score. Here we can say English score. And maybe one more line here. for total. Right? Now, this is your table head. You have created the heading, four heading. Now the next you have to create now is the table row. Now the table row has to be 4 as well. Table row has to match the number of table head that you have. So table row should be 4. Copy, paste, and paste. Now names. Let's say the first person is Okon Amadi, for example. And the next row should contain the mass score. The mass score maybe over 100, maybe 60 over 100. And the next is English score for Okon Amadi. Maybe you got 80. And this last row here should be the total. The total. So this should be 140. Yeah, I think 140. Okay. Now we have the next one, which is the table data. Oh, sorry, mistake here. This should contain all their names. Okonamadi, the next name should be here. Maybe Israel Ekene. Yeah, this will all contain their names. I think I missed something here. The next one should contain the next name. Okay, let's say Okoro Justin. It's not easy making up this name, so someone should give me a name to write. Okay, let me write my name here. Kelsey, great. Okay, all right. So this everything here now contains their names. Okay, contains their names. They are doing 4 by